Mad Maggie is back for Apex Legends, and Blizzard quietly announces a brand new game. All that and more, my name's Ethos, and these are your top 5 stories for this week's Free to Play Weekly. Coming at number 5, a new legend is coming to Apex Legends, and that new legend is someone that you might already know. This new legend is known as Mad Maggie, a freedom fighter who was sentenced to compete in the game for her acts of sedition against the Syndicate. There's no word as to what her ability set is and what it consists of right now, but given the attitude of her crimes from her introductory video trailer, we wager that she's slightly heavily geared towards attack than defense. Also on the horizon for Season 12 is a brand new Control LTM, which pits teams of 9 with infinite respawns against each other as they battle to control various points on a map. In other words, your standard control point PvP mode, which fits the description of what the game director Chad Grenier described last year as going beyond Battle Royale, but it might seem a little bit derivative of other games. Coming in at number 4, if you've ever said to yourself, I really need a game where I can play as adorable Pokemon-like creatures, but they work in factories to make weapons, yeah, then Pocket Pair's Palworld might be for you. It's described as a multiplayer open-world survival crafting game where you will befriend and collect mysterious creatures known as pals. These creatures will do anything from building to farming to fighting and working in factories, and they can be bred to meet the requirement needed for those activities. There's also something else we've noticed about Palworld. Mostly the critters in question might remind people of Pokemon. As for the capturing method, the video does show players shooting pals with projectile weapons, but you'll also notice the ones who have been caught with a ball thrown at them. And coming in at story number 3, Konami's free-to-play CCG Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duels is now available on PC, consoles, and mobile devices. The newest iteration of the wildly popular card game was announced last July and was later said to have over 10,000 cards at launch, leading the developers to boast that it would be not an exaggeration to say that OCG and TCG is embodied here. 4K graphics with robust sound effects makes Master Duel a pleasure to watch, and its various game formats make it equally enjoyable to play. The game caters to all skill levels with casual modes for beginners and rotating tournament formats for experienced players. The solo mode guides players through the storyline of the themes of the card game, while you have the mobile app Yu-Gi-Oh! Neuron to view deck lists and simulate starting hands. The launch of Master Duel comes with a very popular digital Yu-Gi-Oh! Adaptation Duel Links, which was released in just 2017. That game will still have its own fans, but for those that are looking for a more updated take on the game can also have a look at Master Duel. And coming in at story number 2, while Microsoft won't officially own Activision Blizzard in some time, provided that the deal is approved legally, and some games impacted by the purchase aren't on PlayStation anyways, there is some concern among players of how this change will impact Activision Blizzard's titles that are available to them on the PlayStation. This is particularly true for games under the Call of Duty banner. It seems that there was some good news on that front this past week, where Xbox CEO Phil Spencer revealed that he was communicating with Sony throughout the week regarding the future of these titles. According to his tweet, Microsoft intends to honor all existing agreements once the acquisition is finalized, and they desire to keep Call of Duty on PlayStation. He also goes on to say that Sony is important to the industry and Microsoft values their relationship. As stated, it does seem like very good news for players. Of course, there are things we don't know, such as how long are the current agreements set for, and if something may change between Sony and Activision Blizzard in the meantime. What we do know is that there are still issues affecting the current development of Call of Duty games, such as the ongoing strike among QA contractors. That is obviously less than good news. And finally, coming at number 1, your biggest story of the week. After last week's surprise sell of Activision to Microsoft, Blizzard president Mike Yarbrough hinted that there was another big announcement coming this week. While it's not the same level as a $70 billion sale, he wasn't lying, which is kind of a surprise for Activision Blizzard management these days. Blizzard Entertainment announced this week that it was working on its next quest on a whole new universe, home of a brand new survival game for PC and consoles. The Untitled game will be a place full of heroes that you have yet to meet, stories yet to be told, and adventures yet to be lived, a vast realm of possibility waiting to be explored. All that could just about mean anything, though the concept art that has been revealed with the announcement shows people in modern dress with a bicycle in the foreground, skyscrapers in the background, and what appears to be a floating castle in the distance. In addition, job listings at the bottom of their page shows a character dressed in a hodgepodge of fantasy-looking armor. So we're probably looking for some sort of merger of modern day with fantasy elements, though it wouldn't be surprising if we see some high-tech shenanigans tossed in there as well for good measure. There are mentions of it being a world different from any other Blizzard game they've ever created, but that might just be hype, rather than any real description that the game may have compared to its other Blizzard properties. And so while it's likely that we're still years away from actually seeing this game released, there are still tons of survival genre games that are pretty much turning a decade old this year, like the original DayZ mod for Arma 2 that released in 2012. And that begs the question, is Blizzard too late to the party? And that really is my question of the week for all of you. Do you feel like this announcement of this game, this sort of survival game, seems a little bit too late to the party? Do you even care? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. And these are your top 5 stories for this week's Free to Play Weekly. Don't forget to check out mmobomb.com for giveaways and the latest news. My name's Ethos, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace out, everyone.